Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I know this is a little bit different layout than you're used to seeing when I start a video. I usually have everything all in its own little dishes and things, but I've been working on this for a while trying to figure out what I want to do. I just can't seem to get Wendy off of my mind. My heart has been so heavy the last few days, and I know you all understand that. And I saw on one of the beading pages, I don't remember if it was the Bargain Bead Box Facebook page or Sam's Bead Box Facebook page, somebody suggested that everybody should make a bracelet in memory of Wendy. And so that's what I'm going to try to do here. I also saw that Jennifer Miller had done a necklace on her channel for Wendy, using Wendy's Coriana chain that she loved so much. I have never used the Coriana chain. Like I said, I didn't know Wendy personally. I had never communicated with her on YouTube or anything. I had only commented on a few of her videos, not even enough for her to even know who I was over the years. I mean, you know, some of you comment on my videos regularly and I recognize your name. And I have come to feel like I know you, and we even exchange emails sometimes, and I really love all that. But I had not commented on enough of her videos for her to recognize my name or know who I was. But I did comment one time and ask her about the Coriana chain because I thought it was really pretty, and I liked the idea that you can bead on it straight onto the chain. And I had meant to get some, but I just never have got any, so I have never worked with the Coriana chain. But Jennifer had. She talked about how her and Wendy had done some lives together, and of course everybody knows Wendy loved the Coriana chain, and so she made a necklace using the Coriana chain, which was beautiful, and I thought that was a wonderful tribute to Wendy. And I just decided that I would make a charm bracelet. I've never made a charm bracelet on video before. And I decided I wanted to use some of the beads from the Sam's bead box that my sweet friend Kara gifted to me several months ago. It was the May box. It was called Waltz of the Flowers. And the last video Wendy did was with Sam's box, and she loved Sam's box. And, well, who doesn't? Everybody loves Sam's box. It's a great box. And I also remember on one of her videos, I'm sure many years ago, she mentioned that somebody had told her she was the queen of dangles, that she really, because she loves to put dangles on everything. So I decided I would make a charm bracelet with dangles, of course, using the Sam's Bead Box beads that I still have some of. So I'm trying to make some wire wrapped links here. Not all of these flowers are from the box. These three are from the Sam's box. And then I had these, what did I say, three? Yeah, these three are from the box. These two I just had in my stash. They're a little bit different. These from Sam's box have some amethyst in them, and the ones I have don't. But I only had three of these left from Sam's box. So I'm putting in a couple from my stash. And then these little flowers were from Sam's box. I don't have the paper here in front of me. I don't know what they were called. But and then this link here, this beautiful link that I've been hoarding, was from Sam's box. And then I've got some leaf beads from my stash and some little bell flowers, amethyst colored bell flowers from my stash. And these little 4mm, I'm pretty sure they're fire polish beads. They're from Sam's box. But like I said, I don't have it in front, the list in front of me here, so I don't know for sure what they're called, but I'm pretty sure they were fire polish, and they're 4mm. I've got some 6mm jump rings. I've got some 4mm jump rings. I've got a few of my Duracoat galvanized gold Miyuki 11-0s. I've got some of my 22 gauge German style wire, and I've got some ball head pins here. And I'm just making wire wrap links and putting them together, and then making these little dangles to go between them. I've got much of it already done. I'm going to make this for me, so that I will have something to remember Wendy by. And I don't know, it's going to take some doing to get it big enough to go around my wrist, my big old wrist. But I think this might be it long enough, and I'm not sure what kind of clasp I'm going to put on it. I've got this one out here that I probably will put on it if it turns out to be long enough. I can work a toggle clasp better. I can get it on myself better than a lobster clasp. If it turns out that all this is not enough, I'll have to try to figure out something to add to it. I've got some of these 8mm fire polish beads that were in Sam's box that I guess I could stick in here somewhere. And I've got one more of these flower beads from my stash that I could probably stick in here somewhere. So I'm going to make a couple of these links with you all and a couple of these charms or dangles with you all. And then I'll just do the rest of it off camera. But I'm going to take a minute here and I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to make one of these links here now. And I'm going to take my pliers and go down about an inch, inch and a half or so. Make a 90-degree bend over the pliers. Take my round nose pliers and put them in the crook of the bend. Round nose pliers facing me. Bend the wire back until it hits the tool. Rotate the pliers till they're facing the table. Take the shorter piece of wire up and under here until it hits the bottom of the tool. Cock the wire back until the loop is centered over the wire. I'm going to take my bent chain nose pliers, hold on to my loop, wrap this wire, shorter wire around the longer wire about 3 times. Take my cutters, cut off the extra wire. I'll put my flower on here. Take my pliers, go to the very tip of the pliers, bend at a 90-degree angle, around those pliers, put them in the crook of the bend, bend the wire back until it hits the bead. Rotate the pliers till they're facing the table. Hold on tight and take this part up and under here until it hits the bottom of the tool. Cock the wire back until the loop is centered over the bead. Take my bent chain nose pliers, hold on to my loop. Bring my wire down a little bit here. Take my other pair of bent chain nose pliers and start to wrap. It's important to get that first wrap good and tight. And just wrap till there's no more room to wrap. I take my cutters and cut off my extra wire. Take my crimping pliers and go in that part at the end there with the half circle on each side and tuck in the burr that's left where I cut off the wire. And now I'm going to make a couple of my little dangles that I'm making here. I'm going to take one of my ball head pins and put my leaf bead on here. Go to the tip of the pliers. Bend over at a 90-degree angle. Around those pliers in the crook of the bend. Bend the wire back until it hits the bead. Rotate the pliers till they're facing the table. Take this wire up and under here until it hits the bottom of the tool. Cock the wire back until the loop is centered over the bead. Take my bent chain nose pliers and hold on to my loop. Bring my wire down a little bit. My other pair of bent chain nose pliers. Start my wraps. The first wrap good and tight. Wrap till there's no more room to wrap. Cut off my extra wire. Tuck in my little burr. Now I'm going to make a link or a charm with my ball head pin here, one of my bellflowers, and I'm going to put one of my little 11-O's on here, and one of these little 4mm fire polish beads. And then I'm going to go to the tip of the pliers, bend them in a 90-degree angle, around those pliers in the crook of the bend, bend the wire back until it hits the bead, rotate the pliers until they're facing the table, take this part under here until it hits the bottom of the tool, cock the wire back until the loop is centered over the beads. I bent chain those pliers and hold on to my loop, bring the wire down, my other pair of bent chain those pliers and start my wraps. Wrap till there's no more room to wrap. My cutters. Cut off my wire. Tuck in my little burr that's left. So I'm going to take my pliers, one of my 6mm jump rings. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to take one of my 4mm jump rings and add it to the top of my leaf dangle, because I've discovered I want it to hang just a little bit lower than it does if I don't put this on there. Plus it kind of helps it face out the way I want it to better. I mean, I know it doesn't matter on a charm bracelet. Once you get it on your wrist, it's going to flip-flop around anyway, but it also, like I said, it makes it hang a little bit lower like I wanted it to. So now I'm going to take my 6mm jump ring, open it up, put my flower on here, put my leaf dangle that I've made and my other dangle with my bellflower and my fire polish bead that I've made, and I'm going to add it to this part that I've already got made here. So that's what I've got now. So I'm just going to keep doing this. I only have 2 more flowers to wire wrap, and then I have all these other dangles to make. And once I get them all made, and I'm just going to put them together like I just did those. And then I'll come back and we'll attach it to the link and put the clasp on and see if it's going to be big enough for me. So hold on, I'll be back. Okay, I've got all my little flowers wire wrapped and all my little dangles made. And I think I'm going to have to leave off my pretty little link here because it's going to be too big, if you can imagine that. if I put this on there, so I'll just have to save this for something else. Hoard it for a little bit longer. So I'm going to take one of my 6mm jump rings and connect it to the end here. Put my toggle clasp on. Get my jump ring closed up really well. I'm going to take another jump ring, 6mm jump ring, and put it on this end. Put the other part of my toggle clasp on. and see if this will go around my wrist. See if I can make it. I can work a toggle clasp better than a lobster clasp, but not a whole lot better. But I think I can bandage it here. Yeah, there we go. So there's my, let me move the camera up a little here. There's my charm bracelet that actually fits me. So hold on, I'll clean up some of my tools and stuff here and I'll be back. Okay, so there's my charm bracelet that is inspired by Wendy. Still inspiring us even when she's no longer with us. That I will be able to wear and always think of her. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified the next time I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Take care.